It's Friday night, just getting off of work. The Pelicans play in about 10 minutes, so I'll be watching the game against the Clippers. Um, but before I get home and get settled and put on the Pelicans game, I wanted to come on here and just share some thoughts that I was thinking through the last couple of days, as the whole Michael Thomas thing has happened. And Michael Thomas is clearly gone from the organization now, and you see more people departing, like Zach Bond is now a Philadelphia Eagle. You see C.J. Gardner-Johnson just signing a 3-year deal with the Philadelphia Eagles as well. And, of course, Jameis Winston has agreed to sign a deal with the Cleveland Browns. So you see a lot of familiar faces with the Saints that have been here for a while, and there are more, but you see a lot of familiar faces departing from the franchise and departing from the organization. And it seems like it's just been something that has been a trend since Sean Payton decided to just up and leave after a 9-8 season in the 2021 campaign. So, I mean, just think about it. Whenever we ended that year, the 2021 season, you had guys such as C.J. Gardner-Johnson leave um, or get traded. I'm sorry, he got traded. Um, and it just kind of kept on escalating into the 2023 campaign, and now you kind of see everybody departing. I'm probably going to be missing some names, but like I mentioned, Michael Thomas is gone. Um, Zach Bond is gone. Uh, C.J. Gardner-Johnson just signed a 3-year deal with the Eagles. Jameis is gone. It's just a trend. And although I don't think you can completely fault the organization as of right now, I think it has a lot to do with the fact that the organization is not being run the way it's supposed to be being run. I don't think the organization is being run the way it's supposed to be. Um, and regardless of Michael Thomas, now I came on and then I told Michael Thomas and said Michael Thomas just started, or excuse me, this kind of attitude has been going on with Michael Thomas. This is nothing new, and I still stand by that. What's up, Tom, Caleb, and Cameron, and Jerry? I still stand by that. But it doesn't take away the fact that the organization is being run very poorly. It is. It is. I mean, it seems like we can't seem to recruit anybody that wants to come here and play. It just seems like all of our, you know, loyal players such as Jameis Winston are finally, saying, hey, I got to make a move. I got to get out of here. I got to go somewhere where I'm appreciated. And it just brings me back to the conclusion that Sean Payton, before he left, he referred Dennis Allen to the New Orleans Saints. He referred Dennis Allen to the Saints. He told the Saints, hey, listen, I want you to hire Dennis Allen whenever I go because he's ready for the job. I want you to hire him. He gave the organization his word, and they took it. And they went ahead and hired Dennis Allen. So not only did Sean Payton leave, not only did Sean Payton abandon the team, and keep in mind, guys, his reasoning for leaving was because he was overwhelmed. He was overwhelmed after having half of his roster injured for the entire 2021 campaign. And it can't get much worse than that. I mean, you could only go up from that. And here's the thing, you went 9-8. So you went 9-8 with half of your roster out. It's not like that's going to happen every single season. You're not going to lose half your roster to injury every single year. But no, he still decided, I want out. I want to take the year off, or whatever he made it sound like he was doing, which was all a lie to begin with. All he was get a. But I'm having a hard time understanding why you would leave the situation that you're in, knowing that you had an injured team all that year, yet you still managed to get a winning record. And instead of saying, you know what, I thought we were very resilient, going 9-8 with a winning record, even though we had more than half of our players injured the entire year. I want to run it back and get some more talent and see if we can do this again. He decides, okay, no, I'm going to leave. I'm going to take the year off. I might come back to coaching, but I want to leave. He abandoned the team. And before he abandoned the team, he made sure to tell Mickey Loomis in the Saints front office, hey, by the way, I want you to hire Dennis Allen as the next head coach because I think he's ready. So with all these thoughts about, the players that don't want to play for us, all the misconduct, with players like Michael Thomas, all the players departing and people blaming Dennis Allen for not using these players properly and not appreciating them, and so we're losing them. It all boils down and points to one guy, and that's Sean Payton, dude. He abandoned this franchise. He abandoned us. Abandoned us. You go 9-8. You lose half your roster. Your number one receiver is freaking Marquez Callaway. Your number one receiver is Marquez Callaway for the 21 campaign, and you finish the year with a winning record. You finish the year with a winning record, and you decide to up and leave. Oh, and by the way, before I leave, I want to make sure that I refer Dennis Allen to you guys because he's ready for the job. Thanks, Sean Payton. That's like a double slap to the face. So everything that's happening to him in Denver right now, losing Russell Wilson, losing receivers and players and all that, having to start from scratch, I don't feel bad for him. In fact, I wish him nothing but the worst over there because he thought he was getting himself into a better situation over there when he's not. Way worse situation in Denver. And you can't argue with me on that. They don't even know who their quarterback's going to be going forward. So you don't got a quarterback. You just got rid of one of your receivers. You don't really have a running back. Like, you have no defense over there. Sean Payton he played himself. He thought he was getting into a better situation in Denver, when in reality, had he just stuck it here, stuck through it, and just stayed, loyal like he always has, and just said, you know what, we're gonna run this back, we're gonna try this again, we could be having a different conversation right now. We can be having a very different conversation right now had Sean Payton decided not to abandon us. Him abandoning us has cost us great players. You got Michael Thomas turning into even more of a diva. I mean, the list goes on. Sean Payton leaving ruined this franchise. I don't know what was going on between him and the organization, if they had an issue or what was happening, but Sean Payton ruined this franchise by leaving. And everything that's happening to him in Denver, whenever he got 70 points put up on him early in the year, I feel bad, not even a single bit. Not one bit. I don't. I think he deserves everything that's coming his way. I hope he gets stressed out and overwhelmed over there in Denver. And I hope he feels like he's stuck. That's what I hope. That's what you get for leaving us and referring Dennis Allen of all people. It's like I can't even blame Dennis Allen. I'm pretty sure if the Saints decided to go get another head coach, I think Dennis Allen would have probably been completely content staying as the defensive coordinator. Because in his mind, he probably knew that he wasn't fit to be a head coach. Now you promoted him, and now he's got a big head. He thinks he can do it, all because Sean Payton told you to. Thanks, Sean Payton. You got us, dude. You tricked us. Hey, you got us, man. I can't even lie to you, man. You got us. You got us. We listened to you. We hired Dennis Allen. You completely screwed this franchise over, dude. Completely. So I don't feel bad for Sean Payton for what he's going through over there. I hope they continue to suck. I think that's the team that I'm going to pull against in the AFC for all causes, the Denver Broncos. So, yep, that's where I'm at. It just makes no sense to me, dude. You have 1 year without Drew Brees, 1 year, and you go 9-8, and it was mainly due to the fact that your roster was injured the whole year. We had like what 50 something different injuries, some crazy stat like that, most in the NFL, and finished the year 9-8. Finished with a winning record with Taysom Hill and Trevor Siemian playing quarterback, and half your roster missing. Like, dude, I don't understand. And Ian Book, don't forget him. Ian Book too. Like, you telling me you couldn't have stuck it out for 1 more year? 1 more year, dude. You just had to get away from us and take the year off, or in your words, retire. And then you take a head coaching job in arguably one of the worst situations you could have taken one with Denver. Denver's got nobody, and now you don't have a quarterback. So I hope you continue to suck. And for all purposes, Saints, I hope that the Saints get a better record than the Broncos next year. So at least we can say, well, Dennis Allen is out coaching Sean Payton. He's got a more of a winning record with the Saints than Sean Payton does with Denver. I mean, we already had 1 year where we went 9-8. They went 8-9 this past year. So hopefully we can continue that trend. And we play them next year. They come here. Oh, I'll be at that game. Promise you that. Yeah, but those are my words. Those are what I have to say. So like them, hate them, agree, disagree. That's how I feel. Sean Payton abandoning the New Orleans Saints and referring us over to Dennis Allen has ruined this franchise as of right now. So thanks, Sean Payton. Hope you continue to suck. And that's all I got to say to you guys. I'm out. Hopefully the Pelicans can beat the Clippers tonight. I'm about to go home and watch the game. I'm out, guys.